Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house. And today I've got the Benchmade Griptilian here with me for a review. As usual, we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this guy. But first of all, let's just do a quick size comparison. This is up against Big Boy. This is the Custom Knife Factory Snafu 2.0 designed by Peter Rassenti. As you can see, it's kind of like dwarfing this guy. This is also another Canadian designer, Great Kirby Lambert, Riat Crossroad, just a little bit bigger than the Griptilian. Spyderco Para 3. Right over here, another classic. Of course, you can see smaller than the Griptilian, and this is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and it's just right in between these two guys. And another classic, yes, why not? Let's do it up against the Chris Reeve Knives Large Sebenza 21. So there you have it. This is, you know, a pretty classic and iconic knife. This is the Benchmade Reptilian, so quite famous in the knife community. This is part of the gold class range of Benchmade, or also called like Griptilian or Benchmade 551. Beautiful design by Mel Pardue, proudly engraved on the blade right over here. This is made in the US. It's a pretty cool knife, guys. This version here is like the custom Benchmade, so custom edition, because it has 3D contoured carbon fiber scales and a quite special steel, which we're gonna check out in a second. The lines are very nice, you know, just check like the how they are nicely rounded off, and the scales are contoured nicely to give you like a pretty cool grip in the hand. So very, very nice job. I truly appreciate this one. This version is all mortared out. It's just blacked out, black screws, black handle, black blade, black thumb stud, black axis lock, black clip, black everything, and I like it. I mean, it's stealthy. It has like a nice stealthy look for a nice tactical knife. The length when this guy is open is 8.07 inches, and when this guy is closed is 4.62 inches long. So there's no skeletonization going on the inside. You have only partial liners, like reaching up to, I would say, like up this point right over here. They don't extend up to the end of the handle, so you know they're gonna be a little bit less robust, I would say, but nothing, you know, to be worried about. There's of course, you know, a nice stud right over here, finger grooves going on, which are gonna confer a pretty nice grip to the knife. It has been like nicely chamfered all around, not so much on the inside, just a tad, but overall outside, great job on the handles, like great scales, 100%. You have some jimping going on over here in the heel of the handle, as well as on top of the blade right over here, just right in the back, and of course right over here. And this is gonna be like awesome, like for the grip in this kind of position. So very nice job. Something that I'm not really a fan of is just the lanyard hole over here. I mean, yeah, they just drilled a hole into the scales right over here, and yeah, it's not the best, I think. Something that I really like, of course, is the axis lock. This is a great invention. It's super fidgety. Basically, you have this axis right over here, which is it's kept together and up against the blade with these two omega springs, which are giving you this kind of feel. You know, this action is going to be like that because you have a notch in the blade which you can see right over here. So this notch is going to go, as you can see, let's see, like that. So there you have it. That's the notch of the blade, and the axis lock in the closed position is going to prevent the blade to get open. And when you put it down, it's free to open, and there's another notch right there, you see, and the axis lock is gonna just go right there to block the blade in the open position because of the two Omega springs loaded on the inside, one per side. So very, very clever mechanism, which gives a pretty awesome action, which we're going to check in a second. The screws employed are T10 for the pivot and T6 for the pocket clip and the handle right over here. There's 3 standoffs in this case, like blacked out, of course. On this side, you don't have, you only have the access to the screws on the clip side, not on the presentation side. So that's a very nice touch to keep, you know, the overall look pretty clean. Screws are not proprietary, so you're going to be able to disassemble this guy if you need to maintain, so no problem whatsoever. The pocket clip is stainless steel DLC coated with a nice split arrow design, tip up only, but it's reversible, so it's gonna give like your knife a fully ambidextrous feel. You know, you just reverse the clip and you're gonna be, any lefty is gonna be happy and capable of deploying this guy like crazy. So very, very cool. The overall length, the length of the blade is 3.45 inches. And the steel, it's CPM M4 steel, which is one of the best steel for edge retention around. I mean, the corrosion resistance, it's not going to be the best. And the easiness of sharpening, like this guy, it's also not gonna be like the easiest one, but among the carbon steel, this guy has one of the best edge retention of the market. So very, very great choice if you care about edge retention. This is a drop point blade, DLC coated. The stock thickness is relatively thin, so it's going to be a pretty good slicer. There's a nice swedge going on right over here. Belly up to, I would say, like 40%, and then straight edge up to the sharpening choil. A nice flat grind. The grind symmetry is, guys, it's spot on. It's perfect. I don't see any misalignment or anything. You have just like a plain edge. Of course, you cannot see the plunge grind. It's hidden behind this bolster area, let's say, and therefore like hiding also the ricasso. So very, very interesting design choice. You have some jimping going on here up to the like in the thumb ramp, and also jimping going on here and here, which is going to be like just great. There's not really any spine crowning going on, but you have, of course, like billboarding for the Benchmade logo and the model 551, Melpardue design, and also the steel employed right over here. The sound this guy makes is, the typical axis lock sound, but a little bit more silent, because, of course, you can just deploy this knife by pulling down the axis lock and having the blade, coming out like that, and it's gonna sound like this. Okay, so it's not like as loud as other axis lock that I experienced. For example, the 940, it's louder than this one. If you use the thumb stud, it's a little bit less loud than if you just deploy like that. So this against this. So very similar, but it's not as loud as other axis lock I used. So very, very interesting. It's a nice and soft click. If you want, you can close the blade just by pulling down the axis lock and just doing like that. So it's going to be very, very unobtrusive. This is the sound it makes. Okay, if you're fast or if you're slow, you can do a very, very almost silent and almost inaudible noise when closing this knife. So very, very nice and muffled. The feeling in the hand, guys, is something that I truly appreciate. They did a great job, by the way, designing this handle. It feels like really, really cool in the hand. The weight is 3.8 ounces. There are no hot spots whatsoever, no sharp edges. The jimping over here is nicely rounded off. Over here it's functional. It's not digging too much in your thumb. It's nicely done, I have to say. Also, you know, like reverse grip is gonna be okay. It's a little bit small for my hand, but it's good. I mean, this area over here is nicely contoured to allocate your thumb like that. So very, very good. There's not really like an option to choke up because there's no finger choil, but overall in the hand this guy feels like kind of pretty solid. I mean, 3 standoffs right over here are giving like very a lot of rigidity to this overall structure. And also the liners inside are quite thick, and the carbon fiber scales, guys, are pretty thick, so this is gonna feel like extremely solid and also smooth because the texture is very, very smooth in your hand. Fit and finish, I have nothing to say. Usually in Benchmade I find some issues. In this case, like the blade is pretty much centered, you know, maybe a tad, just it's irrelevant. This is nicely centered, I have to say. I don't see any gaps going on. It's well put together overall. The only thing, you know, it's the clip retention is really, really strong, so you're gonna have like to work a little bit more to jam this one in your pockets. The deployment speed is, guys, it's of course it's an axis lock, so you know it's super fun and super fast to deploy. Like you see, it's just beautiful. It's a joy to play with. It's you're gonna have maybe like a little bit of finger sore due to the shape of the stud in the axis lock right over here, but nothing too crazy. I mean, you're gonna get used to this one. It's super fun and super fidgety, one of the most fidgety knives in the market. Super smooth. It's running on washers, and you don't have like any kickback when opening the blade. You can't touch the blade when it's closed. There's no rattling when shaken, so it's nicely put together, guys. The feeling is really good. Also, like it's really easy to use the thumb stud like that, or if you like to spidey flick like that. It's really, really playful. There's no lock stick, even if in some DLC coated blades I found that it might stick the axis lock like that, but in this case, no. There was no breaking in period, and of course, you know, there's like a free fall action. The moment you you know, disengage the lock, the blade is just gonna fall and it's gonna go right back into the closed position. So very, very nice feeling to this one. You also have, you know, this detent suction, let's say, because of the omega springs are just sucking in the blade like up to this height right over here. So I really appreciate the action overall. So, you know, overall this is a pretty cool, tactical, stealthy looking knife. Classic axis lock with the classic axis lock sound. A really, truly amazing grip, and yeah, you just check it out, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.